Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Haus Labs Le Monster Lip Crayons. If you do want to see a review and a demo, then please keep watching. As a huge favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. I read all the comments and I will do my best to reply back. Each lip crayon retails for $22 at Sephora and Haus Labs online. I purchased 10 out of the 12 shades in this collection. I do want to read a little bit about these lip crayons on Sephora's website. A clean, comfortable lipstick that wraps lips in full coverage, high pigment, long wearing color. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. Up at the top it says Le Monster Lip Crayon. You get 1.4 grams of product or 0.05 ounces. In the center of the package it says Haus Labs by Lady Gaga. This is a cardboard package. And then up at the top you have the shade name. This shade is called Peach Matte. There's nothing printed on this side or this side. On the back you have a little description. It tells you how to use it. You have the list of ingredients. It states this product was made in Germany and it has a 12-month shelf life. Let's open this up. Ooh, interesting. Here's what the lip crayon looks like. It says Haus Labs. This is so cool. It looks like a pen, and then on the other side you have the shade name. It states it was made in Germany and it has a 12-month shelf life. So let's see. Okay, that doesn't open up down at the bottom. Here's what the lip crayon looks like. This is in the shade Peach Matte. Let's see how much product we get. Okay, looks like a lot of product. Let's twist this back down. The Haus Labs lip crayon is giving me Maybelline Super Stay vibes. This is a new shade that I purchased. Here's what the Maybelline looks like. Let me open this up. Here's what that looks like side by side. I do want to see how much product the Maybelline has. Okay, here's how much product Maybelline has, and again, let's twist up. The Maybelline, it does seem like there is less product, but there's actually 12 grams of product or 0.04 ounces. As I mentioned earlier, in the Haus Labs, there's 1.4 grams of product or 0.05 ounces. Anyways, let's swatch it. Here's what the shade in Peach Matte looks like. Peach Matte is described as a warm, light nude that was super pigmented with one swipe. Let's see what it looks like applied on the lips. Here's what the shade in Peach Matte looks like. It feels very comfortable on my lips. I'm going to press my lips together. Yeah, it doesn't feel like anything is on my lips. The next shade is called Melon Matte. Melon Matte is described as a warm, neutral pink. This is Gaga's go-to shade. Here's what the shade in Melon Matte looks like. This shade is too vibrant for my liking. Let's see what the next shade looks like. The next shade is called Mauve Matte. Mauve Matte is described as a warm, dirty rose. Here's what the shade in Mauve Matte looks like. The formula in Mauve Matte is a bit more creamier than the first two shades that I swatched. I do find that this shade in Mauve is a little bit more pigmented than the first two shades that I swatched as well. I really do like this shade in Mauve Matte. The next shade is called Rose Matte. Rose Matte is described as a warm, dark rose. Here's what the shade in Rose Matte looks like. Again, the shade in Rose Matte is creamy like the previous shade in Mauve Matte. I like this shade as well. Next up, we have the shade in Berry Matte. Berry Matte is described as a cool magenta. Here's what the shade in Berry Matte looks like. Berry Matte is gorgeous, but I wish it was a bit more pigmented. Next shade is called Scarlet Matte. Scarlet Matte is described as a cool, deep red. Again, that's swatched very creamy. Here's what the shade in Scarlet Red looks like. Again, the shade in Scarlet Red is very creamy and pigmented, like the two shades in Rose and Mauve Matte. I was super bummed out that the shade in Berry Matte wasn't as creamy or pigmented. Even though I don't like how red looks on me, I love this shade in Scarlet. The next shade is called Crimson Matte. Crimson Matte is described as a cool, bright red. Again, that's swatched very creamy on the back of my hand. Here's what the shade in Crimson Matte looks like. I don't like this shade in Crimson Matte. You can still see my dark upper lip peeking through. I prefer the previous shade in Scarlet Matte. The next shade is called Currant Matte. Currant Matte is described as a warm, soft red. Again, that's swatched very creamy on the back of my hand. Here's what the shade in Currant looks like. I like this shade in Currant, it's pretty. The second to last shade is called Garnet Matte. Garnet Matte is described as a deep dark red. Again, that's swatched very creamy, and that is a beautiful pigmented shade. Here's what the shade in Garnet Matte looks like. This shade is stunning. Last shade is called Mocha Matte. Mocha Matte is described as a warm dark nude. Here's what the shade in Mocha Matte looks like. Another gorgeous shade. I do want to do a kiss test on the back of my hand just to see how much transfer we get. Oh wow, not a whole lot of transfer. That's amazing. I will be wearing the shade in Mocha Matte throughout my entire day, and I will leave below in the description box how it does wear. Here's what all 10 shades look like swatched on the back of my hand. I do want to see if any of these transfer. Okay, so it looks like it does transfer a bit. My final thoughts on the Haus Labs lip crayons is that I like some of the shades. I did not like these three shades in Peach, Berry, and Melon. They were a bit dry in the tube. The Berry Matte shade wasn't as pigmented as I was expecting it to be. The Peach and the Melon shade weren't as creamy as these shades. I think the packaging is unique. It looks like a pen, but I would prefer my Maybelline Superstay ink crayon. Let me know in the comments down below which shade is your favorite. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.